I always love the great comic book debates. So when I see articles like this one pop up, I say, you know what? Let me read this and see what I agree with and what I don't agree with. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to take you along for the ride. And you see the article 10 powerful X-Men characters that can defeat Doom in the MCU. Let's see if we agree. Fox X-Men are quickly getting integrated into the MCU with more franchise characters now included in cast lists of the upcoming Avengers Doomsday, meaning they will play a vital role in Victor Von Doom's defeat. I'm not so sure that they're going to play such a vital role. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. That remains to be seen. We don't really know what's going to happen. Everybody has their ideas, but who knows? Naturally though, whenever Doctor Doom is mentioned, Marvel fans think of the Fantastic Four because they are his true arch nemesis. However, as the new colossal big bad of the multiverse, Doom is everyone's enemy. And just like Thanos before him, it will require the strongest ever alliance of superheroes to defeat him. While Mr. Fantastic is still expected to deliver the deadliest blow against Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday, the Secret Wars, his ultimate defeat will likely come down to an unpredictable heroic act by a single daring superhero, as was the case with Thanos, and the X-Men are our biggest bet on this one. Uh, in the comics, X-Men have their fair share of wins against Doom, which makes them the perfect cheat code against him. While the complete list of X-Men that will face Doctor Doom in Doomsday and Secret Wars hasn't been revealed yet, here's a look at the most powerful X-Men characters that can defeat Victor Von Doom in their best day. Now, I don't know how exactly they're going to approach this. It seems like initially they were taking the approach of like Tony Stark doing something unexpected and taking Thanos out. Could Tony Stark face up against Thanos? Even with his armor, without any Infinity Stones, I don't think Tony Stark is taking Thanos. We can debate about that in the comments. I don't think I don't see that happening. They say Storm, Aurora Monroe. Storm is powerful, Omega level. So yeah, I can definitely see Storm taking on and taking out Doctor Doom. I will, however, say for Storm to take out Doctor Doom, it would be I don't want to say a monumental effort, but I think it will take a very large effort on her part. I don't think it'll be something that's done just as easily as her, executing some ultimate power move and getting Doctor Doom up out of here. I don't see that happening. Aurora Monroe is one of the most underestimated X-Men, which always plays in her favor. This is true. She also matches most of Doom's powers. She might not match Doom's tech acumen, but she can emit one of the most powerful EMPs in the multiverse to make all types of tech vulnerable whenever she's around. Storm is also able to control and manipulate weather systems, summoning lightning strikes and manufacturing storms out of thin air. The other advantage that Storm has yet to fully unleash on screen is her magical powers. Monroe has access to one of the strongest magical powers in the multiverse thanks to her maternal ancestors who connect to Aisha, Earth's second ever Sorceress Supreme, making her one of the best match X-Men to face Doctor Doom. And I'll say, in this list so far, she is the one that I will say I don't really disagree with. I think Storm can in fact take on Doctor Doom. That like if I saw that in the comic book and saw her besting Doom, I wouldn't think this was far fetched. I would think to myself, okay, I could see this happening. Let's see, Namor. Uh, I'm not the biggest fan of Namor. Maybe I don't know enough about Namor. I don't see Namor taking on Doom. I'm not seeing it. The King of Atlantis is another Omega level mutant who, despite being underrated, matches Doom in both willpower and ego. Namor is the first ever adversary to defeat Doom and take over Latveria in the comics. Oh, I honestly didn't know that. A feat that even Reed Richards hasn't pulled off. Namor is never scared of facing anyone, having single-handedly taken on powerful cosmic threats and defeated powerful characters including The Thing, Silver Surfer, and She-Hulk. In water, Namor matches Doom both by sheer strength and telepathy. On land, Namor's store of powers is also extensive, including the ability to suffocate entire nations by turning air into water, from creating powerful force fields that can trap Doom's army to toying with his ego. Namor is a powerful and relentless foe that the Doc never enjoys facing. The Atlantean also has years of experience fighting Doom, with the Namor variants proving they have the willingness to go extreme lengths to win. Now, this may be true. And this might be just bias on my end. Just the fact that, like I said, Namor is not really one of those characters I ever cared to pay attention to. Just keeping it real. So, I guess I will acquiesce based on things that I don't know about Namor. But I'm saying Namor might give him a run, and maybe in the comments you can let me know I'm wrong. But I think Doom is besting Namor. But in the comics, Namor is one. So who am I? I'm not the authority. The comics are the authority, so they win. But I guess I just don't like it. I don't like it. Nightcrawler. This is an interesting one. I don't know what I think about this, but let's see what they have to say. Nightcrawler is one of the characters that play a significant role in the battle against Doctor Doom in the MCU, with Alan Cumming having been listed in the cast list to reprise his X2 role in the Avengers Doomsday. While Nightcrawler doesn't stand a chance against Doctor Doom in a melee, his ability to use stealth and deliver a deadly blow is unmatched in the multiverse. Wagner can also teleport both himself and even significantly large objects, including a whole moon. Nightcrawler is also well-versed in hand-to-hand combat, able to utilize most weapons that Doom could deploy in his tech-enhanced armor if his tech-enhanced armor were disabled. However, he would need to advance his powers to be able to teleport at a molecular level to get past Doom's powerful electromagnetic fields. Beside that, he's just as great a threat to Doom as any other powerful mutant. I'm going to say I disagree with this one. And if for no other reason, Kurt Wagner's docile personality, even in the comic book, and maybe I haven't seen enough of him or read enough individual runs with just Nightcrawler, but he doesn't seem like the type that has that killer instinct when necessary. You know what I mean? Like even though Wolverine would be completely outpowered and outmatched when it comes to facing Doom, I think he would be a person that just on sheer grit and force would defeat Doom just because he will not give up. Wagner, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that one. Again, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm bugging. But I never saw Nightcrawler as that threat that you need to watch out for. Maybe we need a book where maybe has there been a book where Nightcrawler went completely rogue and mad? Somebody in the comments let me know. Maybe I missed that one. If there was a book like that, then I'd have to read that and see, okay, just how powerful is he when he goes crazy? You'd almost have to go nuts to defeat Doctor Doom, depending. Professor X, without even reading this, I agree. Charles Xavier doesn't give flashy displays of strength because he wins the majority of his battles through his unmatched psionic abilities. Xavier's powers include telepathy, mind control, memory alteration, psychic projection, and astral combat, all of which can combine to stun Doctor Doom. Agreed. Professor X might not deliver the ultimate blow to kill Doom, but he is sure is more than capable of incapacitating him. While Doctor Doom has resisted powerful psychics such as Selene in the past, he would still find it hard to resist Xavier at full strength. With a little boosting, Xavier can control the minds of everyone on the globe, including powerful psychics like Onslaught and Shadow King, with a single thought, which means he would only need one moment of weakness to take over Doom's mind without even moving his mouth. Yeah, I mean, to me, this goes without saying. Xavier can 100%, if push comes to shove, take out Doctor Doom. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I'm saying that's just, like I said, there was no need of convincing for me on that regard. Iceman, Bobby Drake. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think I agree with this one. I don't think I agree with this one at all. But again, maybe this is one of those characters I don't know enough about. Don't think so, but we'll see. From freezing entire armies to engulfing a whole planet in a self-sustaining ice field, Iceman has evolved from being a mere comic relief of one of the most threatening Omega level mutants. Now Bobby Drake doesn't have much protection against Doom's psychic and magical powers, but that doesn't mean the Latvian is immune to the threat of being trapped in a freezing dimension. I just don't think Iceman would even be given the opportunity to get at Doom like this. So I'm saying this one, I'm saying no. If sustained long enough, Doctor Doom's armor armies and Doombots can easily be destroyed by Iceman. Iceman can also freeze molecules at a symbiotic levels, allowing him to bypass most of Doctor Doom's defenses, most of which were primarily designed to stop Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. Besides, Drake is also indestructible, as he has proved that he can reconstruct his body from water vapor, putting him beyond the reach of any kinetic blow that Doom may use. But I still, like I said, I don't see Iceman defeating Doom. I don't see that. Cyclops. Look, I love Scott Summers. I love Scott Summers as leader of the X-Men, and he is no doubt powerful. However, you have to get a clean shot at Doom. Yeah, good luck with that. This is another underrated X-Men because the full strength of his laser beams has never been fully exploited. A fault that James Marsden listing to reprise the role in Avengers Doomsday can now correct. From cutting through concrete and even adamantium to melting cosmic beings, Cyclops could easily become X-Men's version of Homelander or Superman. While Doctor Doom has a significant arsenal that could dominate Cyclops, the latter could easily come out victorious if he deploys the right strategy. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Cyclops, I can't believe, just because so many things have to fall in place that I would not have even put him on this list. I think him and Iceman, I would not have put on the list at all, personally. Again, let me know in the comments if you disagree. Now, Nightcrawler, I'm saying maybe, but I don't know. Those are the three that I'm like, Cyclops is a master tactician and an excellent leader, having led the original X-Men to significant victories against some of the most powerful foes in the multiverse. Scott Summers is one of the greatest threats Doom will face from X-Men in the MCU as far as strategy is concerned, while Doom has the upper hand in terms of raw strength, as Cyclops' masterstroke is not off the cards. It's not, but then you have to remember that Doctor Doom is no slouch. You're not dealing with a slouch, so I don't know. I really don't know that Cyclops really gets that opportunity to get one off like that. I would have left him off the list personally. Magneto, of course. This is a fair fight, and this is a fight. I don't think Magneto wins easily, but I think Magneto can win. I think he could definitely win for sure. Ian McKellen is one of the actors from Fox's X-Men who is set to reprise their role in Avengers Doomsday. His portrayal of Magneto turned the character into one of the fan favorite X-Men characters to date, although his advanced age means that his role in the MCU will likely be limited to existing X-Men footage. Yeah, but again, he definitely could take Doom. Like that goes without saying. That doesn't diminish the fact that Magneto's still one of the most powerful mutants in the X-Men universe, from bending light to becoming invisible to destroying his enemies by simply drawing all the iron from their bloodstream. Magneto is a mutant who can destroy virtually anything that has life. Doom's powerful armor, magical powers, and mind control might give him sufficient defense for some time, but Magneto is also a master tactician who can raise an army of mutants with a little effort. Magneto combination of scientific and mystic powers gives him a significant edge against cosmic foes, and as long as Doom's suit still uses metal and electricity, he is not invincible against Magneto. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. I mean, yeah. Like I said, when I saw Magneto, I was like, okay. Selene Gallio, the Black Queen. I don't know about this one. What do you think in the comments? I don't know. I'm not gonna say remove off the list, but let's see what they say. If the MCU variant of Doctor Doom is as powerful as the rumors suggest, then defeating him might come down to X-Men's 17,000-year-old psychic vampire with an unimaginable, good grief, grasp of magic. Selene is one of the most powerful, mysterious characters from the X-Men universe, with the formidable range of psionic, telekinetic, and magical abilities. She is also immortal, with quick healing powers and the ability to self-construct even after molecular disintegration. While she doesn't have Doctor Doom's tech and armor, she operates in the same mystical space as Doom. Selene also thrives on death, using her psionic powers to suck the life force of other beings to sustain and increase her powers, and even Doom's soul is on the menu to her. Okay, again, this is one of those where, man, Doom can't be underestimated. Like, Doom is not only, like, immensely powerful, you won't just defeat him with just power alone. And yeah, Black Queen, super powerful. Is she up for the task to face Doom? No. Maybe. And this is, again, one of those characters that I'm not extremely keen on, but I know enough that I'm just not convinced. Rogue. I think Rogue, again, this is another one of those that's like, given the right circumstance and the right opportunity. Yeah, and of course that goes for any one of these characters, but Rogue's powers and her ability to pretty much suck you dry of your own powers. Yeah, if she got up on Doom and oh man, yeah, this it could be dangerous. It would take a lot of doing. There would have to be a lot of thought involved. Rogue is raw power. Rogue is is one of those X-Men. Their enemies don't know which version of her will be fighting, since she can absorb the powers of other mutants and project them. She has actually absorbed the powers of multiple mutants and used them all at once in the past. From Thor and Captain Marvel to Mystique and Magneto, there doesn't seem to be anyone in the Marvel Universe that Rogue can absorb. And this makes her extremely dangerous. Extremely. Like, this would definitely be a problem for Doom. Now, again, this would really be circumstantial. All she really has to do is get close enough to touch the enemy, making her the one opponent that Doctor Doom doesn't want to fight up close. Her powers also allow her to get the memories of anyone she absorbs, making her knowledge almost limitless, which is why a fight between the two would be so interesting. And this one, I gotta say, I agree. I think she belongs on the list. Of course, she still has to get past Doom's strong defense, but if she manages to lay her hands on Doom, Doom stands very little chance. Jean Grey, Phoenix Force variant. Absolutely she could take. Like, that is not even in question. Yes. Yes. Phoenix Jean Grey. Yes and yes. Absolutely belongs on a list. The Phoenix Force is described as the spark that gave life to the universe and can just as easily take it away. This power is tied to Jean Grey elevating her to a class 5 mutant, which means she has nearly unlimited telepathic and telekinetic powers. Her ability to manipulate matter at a molecular level means she can easily shatter Doom's shield and armor, making her a way bigger threat than anything Doom has ever faced from the Fantastic Four. And like I said, the Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey, this is like, I don't even have to read the rest of this to know. Absolutely, she could take out Doctor Doom. That's not even in question. I think if anybody questioned that, I would question them. Like, it's a no-brainer. So yes and yes. Yo, I gotta say, I like that list. There was a couple of names, like I said, that I'm like, I don't know if you belong on the list. But I love that. I love these debates. I used to have these debates all the time when I was younger. Me and my friends and my cousin, we talk about comics and debate who was most powerful, who could beat who. Spirited debates. I love it. This is part of the comic book experience that I love.